Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to another video from TW White & Sons. Taken in part exchange, here we have today a Mercedes-Benz SLK 200 Kompressor. This car is presented in black with a lovely stone leather interior. Now, this particular car, I believe, is quite rare, being a manual. And to be honest, before I'd driven the car, I wasn't that excited because it had a manual gearbox, because I always thought Mercedes-Benz kind of lend better to an automatic transmission. But to my surprise, I've driven this about 30 miles. I really enjoyed it, and I think it's really good with the I think it's a 1.8 or a 2 litre. I'll confirm that when we get in the car. Supercharged engine. I think that manual box and the supercharged engine is a better combination than a manual box and the sort of V6 cars. So I thought this is an excellent car to drive. I actually own a very old version of one of these from the 60s, and it reminds me of that. In fact, I think these are going to be the new Pagoda. Anyhow, there's a couple of other rare things about this car. It has a Mercedes service history up to 2021, and it's only a 2-owner car. So the first owner actually had it until 2021, when they sold it to a gentleman we sold a Vauxhall Cascada to. And I know what you're thinking, what's one of them? I never knew what one was until we took it in part exchange. But it's a hard top convertible. Is it hard top? No, soft top convertible, but it's a 4-seater and it was automatic. Now, the gentleman lived over in Lincolnshire, so ULEZ and things isn't a problem for him, and it was actually a diesel car, so my father dropped it up there yesterday and drove this back. Now, my dad's in his 70s, and when I told him you're going to be driving an SLK back and it's manual, I saw the look on his face, but he actually really enjoyed it. Now, there's a couple of little things that I'd like to do on the car. Couple of little curved wheels. Now look at this, Goodyear Eagle F1 tyres. Now that's a very good sign of ownership. I hope the others match. There we go. There you go, all matching. Now, there is a little bit of corrosion on the wheels, so I will have these sent off to the wheel refurbishment people who are only next door here. They will dip them, so basically strip off all the old paint, blast them, so they'll blast off any of the corrosion, etc., and then they'll powder coat them, which makes them very resilient, and hopefully that'll never happen again. So I'm going to do them silver. I think silver, black car, keep it all original. And yeah, no, it's brilliant. Oh, sorry, when I was telling you about the previous owner, the reason he wanted to change it is because, like my father, he's getting on a bit and just really needed an automatic car, and he didn't want to lose the convertible aspect of it, hence the Vauxhall. So, matching tyres, beautiful paintwork, not your typical sort of swirl marks everywhere. Very nice drive, and I do like compressor. Now that very much reminds me of the 1953, I think they came out, the Mercedes 300 SL Gullwing, which had Mercedes-Benz on this part of the wing. And it's refreshing not to have a black interior. Nothing against black interiors, but I prefer a lighter one and have that contrast. Now let's open the bonnet. I've never actually looked under here. Let's have a look. Now I'm going to fumble around. Oh no, got that first time. There you go. So there's that 4-cylinder twin overhead cam with a supercharger. Let's see if I can find the supercharger. There'll be a pulley going to it. Now, Mercedes call their supercharged cars Kompressor. Compressed air, I suppose. Now, I can't see it, but it's down here somewhere, hence all the pipe work. And that's what gives it that extra kick, and it gives it a nice sort of whistling noise. I think this is better suited, this car, to a 4-cylinder, not the bigger V6 one, so it just feels really, really good. Okay, let's take a look in the boot. Now, these cars have this sort of safety system where if that's up, the roof won't operate, okay? And then you get a really generous boot size. If you want to use the roof, you have to pop this down like so. Yeah, pop this down like so. And you still get this area here, okay? And the roof will fold down. So it's the first time for me to bring the roof down, but we shall do that in a moment. The reason the plate doesn't have the supplying dealer's name on it is this car had a private plate prior to the second owner having it, and it's quite unusual to have an SLK with only one previous owner, so 2 owners in total. They've normally, well, not just SLKs, a lot of convertible cars, 2-seater convertibles, they've normally got multiple owners because, you know, it's either they're on someone's tick list or your situation changes and you need more seats, more room. So very rare indeed. Right, let's turn this radio down. Let's start her up. Now we have 2 keys and they're in really good condition. Okay. Okay, so she fires into life. Right. Now, let us see. This is all new for me. We sold an SLK actually earlier on today. We're a Mazda dealer, by the way, but for some reason we've got lots of Mercedes at the moment. So we sold a much later SLK. Funny enough, a diesel automatic. And I had to figure out where that button was. Oh, look, you've got a little cubby hole in there with a light. Ah, here we go. So let's go. So I push up. I know. Push down. That makes sense, wouldn't it? But the back opens up. And it folds away. Okay, right. Let me show you what it looks like from the outside. There we are, voila. So very handsome indeed. And there's something else I noticed when driving this in. Now, my father actually lives pretty much opposite me, so when he delivered this car, he took it home, and I drove it into work this morning, and I discovered when trying to find the heated seat button that it's also got the air scarf. So I'll show you that in just a moment. So there you go, there's the roof folded away here, and you've still got plenty of room in the boot. Really like that. Right, so you've got these vented seats here that will pump out cold air, so you won't get that chill. Let's show you how that works. So you've got your heated seat, but you've got air scarf. So if I've put that on now, I've got a feeling I've got to have the heater on though. No, I don't. No, I don't have to have the heater on. Right, I don't know if you can hear that. That's lovely. That's a really, really nice sensation. So you've got air scarf there. I know my mum would love that. She's always cold, but she'd really appreciate that, I think. And then you've got your heated seats. You've got traction control, which is really good on a rear-wheel drive car. Climate control. What else have we got here? Does it have nav? Oh, I can't believe it. I didn't expect to see that. Trouble is, it'd be rather dated now, so you probably wouldn't use it. There you go. Now, I didn't expect that. I probably wouldn't use it because it's just old and dated. So it wouldn't excite me really. Current position. Let's find a golf course, shall we? Oh wow, seems to work. Now that's going to take.
Your route is being calculated.
Wow. Now that really surprised me.
A,
I didn't think it would have sat nav, and B, if it did have it, I wouldn't have expected it to work. But I suppose this is the advantage of having a car that's so well maintained, which I'll show you in a sec. So that is wonderful. Now, telephone wise, have we got a telephone? No, so it doesn't have the phone. That's not a problem. I'm sure you can fit a phone kit. Right, steering column, let's see, it's brake and rake and reach. Let's have a look at the mileages. Oh, didn't mean to do that. There's the miles, 52,346 miles. So absolutely superb. I mean, that's really low mileage. You've got this little cubby hole, and this dash is almost like, it looks like it'll feel like a sort of velvety suede. It's lovely. Service book here, and I want to share that with you. There's loads of invoices here. Yeah, as I say, this is a real genuine car. This is the sort of car you could keep, and eventually it will actually end up owing you nothing and probably appreciate in value. You know, it's a real honest car. There you go, Lincolnshire. So it's got invoices there, but let me show you. Difficult to go through those invoices with one hand, but a bit easier to go through this. Now look at this, look, you've got the original Mercedes-Benz data card. So look, the car was supplied with Continental tyres, it's a 200 compressor. All these numbers mean like your paint codes and this, that and the other. 197, that will be, I think that means it's lacquered paint. So that's a really, that add provenance, yeah, provenance, that's the word I was looking for, to the car. So look at this. $9,975 miles in 07. All right, it had a service. Mercedes-Benz of Lincoln. Then again, Mercedes-Benz of Lincoln. Then again, Mercedes-Benz of Lincoln. Look at that. Boston, Lincoln and Boston. I think that's the same sort of area. Mercedes-Benz, Lincoln again. I mean, look, Mobil One Oil. Mercedes-Benz, Lincoln. Mercedes-Benz, Lincoln. So the last one at Mercedes-Benz was done at 51,034 miles. Wow. And I think these are these are probably serviced every 2 years or on the mileage, I think. Superb. And look at this. Something very rare. There you go. One previous owner. What have I got here? Got a receipt, I think, for an MOT here. I think it was recently MOT'd. Yeah. Was it? Hold on. That was done in July. Right. Now, I'm going to go through the MOT advisories, okay, and there's stuff about tyres there. Make sure everything's tickety-boo. So it'll go through our Mazda workshop, and what I'll do is we'll put another MOT on the vehicle, a fresh MOT. Oh, I've just spotted a little auxiliary plug there. Yeah, so we'll do that. It'll go through the workshop. Any cosmetic bits and pieces will be done, so it'll all be serviced up and ready to go. Let me see what this is here actually. What have we got here? Okay, that's just to adjust the wing mirrors. Okay, but it's all great stuff. But please do take photographs and study the photographs and have a good look. This car is really lovely. Now, a couple of things.